This is the Silver Tongue Queen in full effect, Mrs. Shadia Princess Chronicles, and I'm back with another one. I'm Miss Shadia. I just wanted to drop my 2 cents on a situation that I read where they're talking about now Harriet Tubman will not receive her honor or her due credit because they've decided not to put her image on the $20 bill. Now, I don't know if that has anything to do with her being a woman of color or whatever the case may be, but I do know that it has something to do with her being a woman. Not specifically, not, I don't know, I can't run a reference. I can't tell you where or, give you an idea of where I'm gaining this knowledge or information. All I can say is I've done a couple of reports back when I was a freshman at college. It's been a while. I'm not going to say how long. It doesn't really matter. I think I told some of you all in a previous video how old I am. And I am as old as I am, beautiful as I am. And that's how old I am. And I'm over it. But, back to my 2 cent and tidbit about Harriet Tubman. I just feel like they're not giving her the credit that she deserves for all that she did for the slaves, after all, that she had helped to freedom back in those days. I really feel that she should be given a lot more credit and a lot more honor by having her image on the $20 bill. There's never been any women on the money, any of the money. If there was, it was probably way before anybody's time, so nobody's still here to remember. But I really feel like it's really fucked up that they're not going to give her the credit that she deserves. After all, she freed or she helped like maybe 1,500 plus refugee slaves from the Confederate South to the Union North. And I just feel like she's not getting her due credit. She should have been given credit and honor a long time ago. She should have been respected and highlighted, as a, I don't know, as a pioneer, okay, as a one of the first females to ever go and do what she did. I don't know of any other female on the planet that can top what Harriet Tubman did by going down there and freeing up those slaves. You see what I'm saying? And so it just seems to me like another one down, another one down, another one bites the fucking dust. Because here we go again. Why this woman can't have the credit that she deserves by being on the fucking $20 bill? I believe it's Joe Biden that's coming along saying that now Harriet Tubman will not be on the $20 bill. Ain't this a bitch? I've been waiting to see a woman of color on the $20 bill or any bill for the longest. And here they go taking the shit away. All in the name of, I don't really know. White supremacy, racism, I don't know. Or maybe it's just the plain old fact that she's a woman. You see what I'm saying? And it could just go back to that, of why they're not going to honor her. I think it has something to do with a little bit of both. The fact that she's a woman first, and the fact that she's a woman of color first, and the fact that she's a woman second. You see what I'm saying? Thank goodness we have somebody like Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris in office now, because my hope is that she brings another opportunity. Well, she's already doing that by being vice president. You know what I'm saying? she's setting the pattern or setting the mark for other young women or even older women coming along to, set your goal higher. You can be president of the United States, woman, female. And I'm really down about this because back in, I want to say maybe the 1600s, there were women on the money, our currency, and there were black women on our currency. And I really believe it was because the colonists were trying to get us to identify with currency so that we would actually partake in using the currency. Because back then we didn't even use it. It was like trade and shit like that. So to me it's hurtful. It's hurtful because, like I said, she's long overdue for this type of appreciation. She really is. She was a woman of her time. She was doing things that men wouldn't do. You see what I'm saying? There weren't even a lot of men doing what she was doing. There were men that were a part of the Underground Railroad, of course, obviously. But to do what Harriet Tubman did, a lot of men would not do, because she would be gone maybe a couple of months at a time trying to get these refugee slaves away from the South. And she would be gone for 3 months, right, and turn around and leave again. She wouldn't even rest. You see what I'm saying? She was a beacon. You see that she was a catalyst, like I said, a woman of her time. And it just saddens me that they're not going to honor her and put her image on the $20 bill or any bill. It's sad. It just lets you know that our country, after all these many years, we have not stepped up our game away from the bullshit. Obviously there's some chauvinist motherfuckers at the White House, that don't want to see this shit go through. You see what I'm saying? And I know some of y'all are gonna agree with me and some of you may not agree with me. But I just feel like it is long overdue for Miss Harriet Tubman to be observed. You see what I'm saying? This is 200, 300, 400 years later? I can't even tell you. But Malcolm X, he was honored. Wasn't he honored? Somebody tell me. Martin Luther King, he got his own day. You see what I'm saying? All these different men. You see, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington. There you go. He's got his own fucking holiday. Not to say that she was a president or anything like that, but what she did, I would say, would put her in the ranks of being something like a president, which is probably, or obviously, maybe, I don't know, maybe this is why they decided to even think of putting her on there. But I certainly do think that what she did is worth being on money. You see what I'm saying? And it's really fucked up that somebody's coming along, Joe Biden. Huh? I thought he was for black folks. Why is he taking her off of the $20 bill? She didn't even get a chance to be on the goddamn bill yet. You see what I'm saying? Let alone, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm at a loss. I apologize. But, I just pray and hope that by Kamala Harris being the new vice president, that she would change some things for all women of color first, because we always taking the back burner to everybody else. So I hope she opens up some doors for women of color in this country so that we could afford some of the privileges, or maybe some of the, goddammit, privileges that other motherfuckers that get that shit, but women of color take a back burner. to everybody else's motherfucking program. You see what I'm saying? And let me get one thing straight. Just because you hear me using swear words does not mean I'm upset, honey. I am the silver tongue queen, and I bring it to you raw and full effect, unapologetically. Okay? I am not upset. This is how I talk. Okay? And so if that offends you in any way, then maybe you shouldn't be a part of my little family here on YouTube. You know, I don't want to offend anybody or nothing like that, but I'm giving it to you how I've been getting it, okay? And that's straight up off the street type shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to come on here and be like, oh, you're low class and all that, no, fuck you. Because everybody uses this goddamn language. And I don't give a fuck if you do come on my channel talking crazy like that. I'm still not going to change, okay? I'm going to tone it down a little bit, but I'm going to keep this shit real, straight up. So, you know, I'm not trying to offend nobody. I love everybody. I'm so glad you all have subscribed. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not going to change the way that I am to try to fit somebody else's motherfucking format. Huh? No. But anyways, yeah, I really feel like it's fucked up that Harriet Tubman will not be on the $20 bill. And I know somebody's going to come in my comments and say something, you know, but as a black woman, it's like a blow, and as a woman, it's a double blow. You know what I'm saying? When do we get to shine? You see, this is taking away her shine. You know, it'll never take away from her legacy. No. You can't change history. Hell, motherfucking no. You see. But you can change the future. And I really believe by her face being on our currency would really change. And, you know, it will forge a new mentality, a new way of thinking, a new level for people of color. I know I've said every wrong word. I've said every word wrong to somebody. But I don't give a fuck. You can kiss my motherfucking ass, because I'm not going to change how I talk for nobody. This is how it is for me. Okay? And I love fun. Anyways, yeah, I just think it's some ass backwards type shit. Let that woman shine. It's so many people of color that have had their shine taken away from them. You see what I'm saying? Or the next motherfucker claiming they shine. You know, claiming what they did. And they didn't do a goddamn thing. But they move right on in and take that motherfucker shine. What I mean by shine is take the credit or take the place of somebody else's work. Somebody else's struggle. You see what I'm saying? Somebody else's come up. You know, somebody else that went through the trenches of trying to change something and make something better. Then you have this sidewinder ass type motherfuckers that come along and steal all the credit from that. And that's fucked up. I really feel that that's how they doing Harriet Tubman. But like I said, it ain't gonna change history. She did do that. She saved a lot of people from bondage. Okay? They were refugees from the Confederate South. You see what I'm saying? And it just should be accredited more. It should be honored more. It should be, what's the word I'm trying to use? It should be reverenced more. You see what I'm saying? Because it was a big goddamn deal in my book. And it still is today. How many men did that in history? You see what I'm saying? Somebody would say, oh, Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. Yeah, but he wasn't out there dealing with snakes and bears and mountain lions or whatever the fuck Harriet Tubman had to deal with. You see what I'm saying? On her way from the north to the fucking south. All those many times. I don't know what she had to go through. You see, I read a book a long time ago about I think it was the Underground Railroad or something like that. Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad. I think that's what the name of the book was. And in that book, it basically explains some of the treachery and bullshit, some of the craziness she had to go through of trying to get down south, you know what I'm saying, on her own, you know. And as a woman, a black woman, she did a big goddamn thing going to free up those refugee slaves. You see, it's a big deal. And it's sad that they're trying to look over it and not give her credit. You see what I'm saying? Just like a lot of other people of color that have done a lot of different things, positive things, to impact different people's lives. They taken that away too. You see what I'm saying? And it's really fucked up. It's sad. And I know you guys are gonna comment about this because it's a real touchy thing, you know. And I hope I'm not coming across to anybody as, you know, somebody that's racist. I know I use different words and all of that, but I'm not fucking racist, let me tell you. Being a woman of color, you faced with all kind of different shit coming at you at different times. You never know when something is just gonna just explode and you're involved in it, and you was just trying to go somewhere out of, you know, not even to be involved in anything. But it's easy just to be caught up in bullshit, and you're not even trying to be, just because of the color of your skin. You could be walking down the street and somebody's getting arrested, right? And the cops will automatically assume that you have something to do with the crime that's taking place. That's happened to me quite a bit. You know, growing up in where I grew up, and I think some of y'all already know. But you have to, you know, try to avoid shit like that too. You know? It's tough. And I know I've gotten off on a tangent. I apologize. But let me tell you, it's tough. It really is. You know, even in these modern times, shit really haven't changed all that much. We may not be in shackles, you know what I'm saying, but we do different things. We don't get the credit for it. Positive things, life-changing things, we don't get the credit for it. You know, they want to give it to somebody else. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy, you know? And it's sad that you're always put in this position of always doing wrong. You know, as a person of color, you're always put into this mindset or this mind frame of a bad person, being a person of color. Even other people of color do that to other people of color. We do. And you know, it comes from slavery. I know it does. It comes from this crazy indoctrination they got us all on to hate ourselves as people of color. You see what I'm saying? And you could say that it's not true, but it is true. It is true. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, back in the day, it wasn't a whole lot of people marrying outside the race. I'm going to just say that. Even white folks was against it. But nowadays, we doing all kind of stuff outside our race. I don't know if it's because of the acceptance of each other. Maybe we accept each other a little more nowadays. I don't know what that is. But, you know, it's just, I've gotten off on a tangent. I know that. Because there's a lot of shit I want to talk about. But it all comes out at once. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to offend anybody. I hope I didn't offend nobody. It's just, my point is, times have changed in certain ways, and then in other ways they have remained the same as far as being a person of color. We may not be in shackles, but in other ways we still are. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to offend any of my Caucasian subscribers. I love you. You guys really didn't have nothing. I look at it like y'all didn't have nothing to do with the actual slavery that took place. You know what I'm saying? That these was your ancestors that did this. So Obviously not. We're all in this shit. You know what I'm saying? And feeling the effect of the aftermath of that time. You see, for what our ancestors did. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm talking crazy. I'm trying to stay on point, god damn it. But yeah, I don't, I've had a lot of white friends and I don't blame them for the slavery. What I look at is, how are you treating me as a human being? And do you accept me as a human being? Do you show me the same respect as another human being? I don't look at it as what the ancestors did. See, the ancestors did that. Ugh, I'm on a tangent. I'll say it like this. Our white ancestors and black ancestors unfortunately went through that. Okay? The black folks. Okay? And as a result of that, we are all feeling the effects of that time. You see, because there's a lot of people now that are biracial. And, there were back then, but it's more now that, people are all mixed up and we are all learning all of this shit. And we are trying to accept all of this shit and try to pick up and move on from this shit. But it's still affecting black people today, mentally, I believe. It's mentally and systematically that we are affected by what happened hundreds of years ago. You see what I'm saying? And white folks, it ain't y'all fault. It is not your fault. I get so tired when my white friends try to apologize to me for slavery and all of that. When we talk about that shit, I don't even like talking about it because it makes everybody uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable. And I don't blame them. They didn't have nothing to do with that. You see what I'm saying? Really, they didn't. What makes them a part of that bullshit is how they conduct themselves today. How do they treat people of color today? Not what their ancestors did 300 and 400 years ago. Okay? That's how I look at it. If you treat me like a human being with respect and compassion, I'm going to treat you the same way. Yeah, with pleasure. But if you treat me like a fucking animal, please believe I'm a slap back. I'm a clap back, motherfucker. I'm not going to, sit idly by and just take that shit. You see what I'm saying? Get ready for a snapback type shit. Get ready for a clap back. It's all about respect. If you respect me, I'll respect you. You see what I'm saying? This ain't no ownership type shit. This ain't slavery. If you're kind to me, I'll be kind to you. That's how it should be. Even like with black people, we shouldn't be walking around here blaming white folks for what they ancestors did. They didn't have nothing to do with that. None of us was born. That shit happened back then, not today. What's wrong with today is when you have white folks that still act like they own black folks. You see what I'm saying? And talking to them in a condescending manner and a fucked up ass disposition in public. You see what I'm saying? On the job. Don't get sideways with me on the job. I'll quit in a fucking heartbeat. Because if my work environment is hostile, I'm going to be hostile. No work gets done. So if you treat me with respect and I treat you with respect, I can do my work, extra work. I can do all the fucking work. You see what I'm saying? Because I have that motivation to know that I'm respected and I'm appreciated. You see what I'm saying? I matter. You see, I'm relative type shit. So, but all white folks ain't like that. They just not. In my life, I have had more people that were not black that befriended me versus the people who were black in different settings in my life. I've had people of different races that would I guess, tolerate me or accept me more than I do my own black people. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's always some extra shit. It always end up being something like a competition thing or I don't know, just you can't get along type shit. I try, but it always seems to blow up in my face. Now there are some black folks I get along with and some I don't. You see what I'm saying? But I never change how I feel about my brothers and sisters, whether I get along with you or not. I still love you. We all one and the same. That's how I look at it. But you know what I'm saying? Back to Harriet Tubman. Ugh, sorry, guys. But yeah, I just feel really sad that they're taking that away from her. Because like I said, it's long overdue. It's long overdue. She should have been remembered for that shit eons ago. And they just now brought it up in 2020. I think Trump brought it up in 2020. And now it's not going to happen under the Biden administration. What happened? What's the change? Drop me a comment. Tell me what I said wrong or how I offended you, because a lot of you motherfuckers get offended like I don't know what. Grow a goddamn backbone. Shit. Anyways. You know what I'm saying? I don't get on here to try to offend nobody. I apologize if I said something to offend motherfuckers, but motherfuckers stay offended. God damn. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, I just dropped this video because I want to get some feedback from my subscribers and other people that see this video. And I would like to know what you think about it. It seemed like they was about to give her credit after all these many years for saving these different slaves, these refugee slaves. You see what I'm saying? Because nobody asked to be a slave. You know what I'm saying? Against their fucking will. So they refugees and shit. Well, they were. And I think it was like 1,500, maybe 1,700. It was a lot for, one woman to initiate. I believe she had some help from the Underground Railroad, which was, a diverse population of folk that was involved in helping slaves to get free to the North and everything. But I believe that Harriet Tubman was one of the ones that would actually go down by herself to the South, the Confederate South, and, be the leader of like a group of folks, that she was rescuing and everything. So, yeah, and she was like the only woman doing that at that time, I believe. I don't know if there's other women that was doing what Harriet Tubman did and everything. And that's what makes it so powerful. Because for one, she was a woman. For two, she was a black woman. That's what makes it so powerful. It's a reflection of the black woman's spirit. You see what I'm saying? Our character, our strength, our courage. And for them to be taking that shit away is kind of like a kick in the fucking nutsack. If I had a pair, you see what I'm saying? I guess that's how that shit would feel. Because I'm pretty pissed off about it. Like I said, it's been long overdue. Long overdue. That's why I say it's a woman thing too. It's not just the fact that she's black. It's the fact that she's a woman. Look at all the other black men that are recognized in this country that have a holiday. Well, there's not a whole lot, but at least, I think there's only one. God damn it. What, Martin Luther King? Shit, I don't know. I think we got Martin Luther King. I think we got, that's it. I don't know. I think my husband might know. I don't think Malcolm X has his own day. But somebody will drop a comment to say which other person of color has, a holiday or something as far as some honoring them. Like these old black athletes that get the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of color women or women of color that have received the same honor as a black man. And I really feel like that is being taken away from Harriet Tubman, and it shouldn't be. She deserves that honor and everything. And I don't want to sound redundant. I know I go off on tangents and stuff, but yeah, it kind of is pissing me off because I was looking forward to it. I was. I don't know if anybody else was, but I certainly goddamn was. But anyways, if you have anything else you would like to say about it, drop me a comment. And this is the book that I use for the remedies. Well, that's one, and that's two. So, when you're watching my video, just stop it and you'll see. But like I mentioned, the aloe vera, that's a couple of the books that I use, because a lot of people are staying home and all that. You need them remedy books to help you out. But anyways, like, subscribe. I'm gone. Drop me a line. This is the Silver Tongue Queen in full effect. And I will be back with another one. Monogamy in the community. Stay tuned.